Tapping on the outside of my windows. I'm not sure how to explain this, and to everyone I tell they brush me off for being paranoid. Which understandable considering I am very anxious, but I know for a fact I am not making this up. It has happened to me various times and to many different degrees. So a couple months ago when I was supposed to be packing to move away for college, I was laying on my bed and listening to music on my headphones while texting a friend. Something felt off, and I have no idea why, but I felt the need to pause my music and take off my headphones. At first I assumed I had heard my mom calling for me but hadn't processed it, but with a few moments of silence I could hear a light tapping right outside my window. My windows have blinds, and since my window faced the sun, I always kept them shut. My heart almost stopped, mainly because my room is on the second floor and there are no trees by the window that could be moved by the wind to cause the tapping noise. The tapping wasn't sporadic or continuous. Whatever was out there would tap on my window 2 or 3 times, what I assume was listening for a reaction, then tapping again. I got unnerved but decided to ignore it, because I personally believe that if you pretend it doesn't affect you, it can't control you. After moving, I thought that would be it. I mean, I was moving countries, so whatever it was would likely not follow me. Right? The next time I heard it, I was in my dorm. I had finished unpacking the little things I had brought from home, and since I'd come early my roommate hadn't arrived yet. It was peaceful having my own space, but I couldn't help feeling overwhelmed by everything. I brushed it off as nerves from being away from my parents and practically everything I knew. It was late at night, and I shamefully was scrolling through any app on my phone to distract myself from the fact that I actually need sleep. At some point I must have gotten bored because I put my phones down and closed my eyes to try to sleep. That's when I heard it again. There was a small window on the wall that my bed was against, and soft tapping insisted on making itself aware. I shut my eyes as naturally as I could, my attempt to fool the creature. The tapping continued. 1 2 3. Pause. 1 2. Pause. 1 2 3 4. Pause. It continued for what felt like hours. I got myself to calm down, breathing slowly. It shouldn't have, but it felt even more unnerving this time because I was on the first floor of the dorm building. All I could think was, did I lock the window? Could the window even be locked? Did it want in? I let my thoughts wander for a moment, wishing it would end already. A part of me felt stupid for being so scared of tapping on a window. That's when I heard a loud singular bang against the window. I tensed before convincing myself it was just a dumb bird. I expected the tapping to continue, but it was done. No more tapping, no nothing. I didn't dare look at the window, just shutting my eyes and forcing myself to sleep. The next morning I needed to assure myself that it was all a dream, or some part of my imagination that led me into freaking out about it. I decided to peer out the window, look for whatever it could be that made all that noise. I expected trees, maybe a dead bird. What I saw didn't satisfy my brain. There was nothing. No trees surrounding the window, no bird that died from hitting my window. It would happen sporadically from then on, like it timed its appearances for when I'd forget and it wanted to remind me. I'm sure it wasn't just some figment of my imagination. I tried to Google what it could be, but all I got was temperature changes from day to night could cause the window to expand or shrink, making soft popping noises, which was a decent explanation, but it just felt so oddly timed. As if whatever it was planned its taps, planned when it would happen, when it would scare me most. It's been around 2 months since I last heard it. I can't help but wonder what it could be. Was it real, or was I just paranoid and correlating these events together? It just all has so many coincidences and no explanation. I really hope that it got bored of my lack of reaction and is done tormenting me.